Last time on Under the Hood, we talked about Bobby Sheldon, the creator of Alaska's very first automobile. And this time, we talk about Bobby's modified 1916 race car.
So Bobby Sheldon really escalated into his automotive history quickly. In 2005, he creates his first car from scratch. In 1913, he starts a transportation company. And in 1917, on July 5th, he wins a race and gets 500 smackaroos.
Willie, what do you think about Bobby Sheldon's growth
into the automotive sphere?
Unlike his car, it was fast. I mean, when you think about this Model T sitting behind us, this is a replica that we put together of his race car that he built and ran and won that race, which was the first automobile race in Alaska.
Right here in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Right here in Fairbanks, Alaska. If you go visit our library here in town, it was right there is where it happened.
The Fairbanks race of 1917 wasn't just about speed. It pushed the technology and perception of cars in Alaska forward. So it was basically a horse track.
Yes.
And they did 36 miles,
yeah,
about. And so it took over an hour to do the race.
Yes.
And he won that race by 7 seconds.
Yes.
That's pretty tight. So Model Ts were modified a lot, obviously.
Oh,
so
yeah.
in Alaska, we use them for sawmills and mining equipment. But what did they do to this Model T to get it ready for racing?
Well, they took the body off to start with, stripped it down, lightened everything up as much as they could.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when you get 20 horsepower, you got to do whatever you can.
Right. Test drives at the time showed that cars could reach up to 30 miles per hour without skidding. Really a feat in itself on these rough tracks. But Dr. J.R. Bowen, who organized the race, believed these machines could hit 45 miles per hour or more with the right skill behind the wheel. So a typical Model T, what would be like the top end speed?
On the roads that we had up here, you know, you'd run about 30, 35 miles an hour.
Okay, and what were they doing for the race?
Up to 52 miles an hour.
What?
Yeah. If you're over 50 miles an hour, that scares the heck out of people. People actually thought it would kill you to go over 50 miles an hour.
I mean, a racehorse was doing what, like 43 miles an hour?
Top.
Top.
On good ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Not with a wagon attached to it.
That's right, that's right. Not pulling the car with 2 people in it.
Going 50 miles an hour in a stripped down Model T would have been scary for me.
Yeah, no seat belts, no roll cage, but they most of the time did have a leather helmet for safety.
I mean, that totally would have saved your noggin.
If you went upside down, you could slide on that pretty well for a while.
So, Willie, looking at this car, it's got seats for 2. Why is that?
Well, they were required to have a mechanic on board. So if the car broke or something happened, it could be fixed and continue the race. Now, in my opinion, the driver was not the hero. He had something to hang on to hold himself in place. The poor mechanic had nothing. He's over there holding on to the side of the seat and just trying to hang on. And so, to me, that was one of the real heroes.
Well, I feel bad for you because you're not going to get a hero out of this zero because I'm not a mechanic. I'm not going to be able to fix anything. Hey, Willie.
Oh, Bobby.
How in the hell do I get in this thing?
Any way you want to.
I'm going to try this.
There you go.
Oh, give it the beans, baby. So spending a lot of time here in the museum, Willie, kind of gain appreciation for not just obviously all the beautiful mechanical cars that we have and examples, but even as a replica, this to me means a lot because it really shows Bobby Sheldon's passion for the automobile, creating his first car, starting a company, racing cars. To me, he had a greater vision of what the automobile was going to be in the future than he probably understood at that time.
Absolutely. And when you talk about a replica, everything here is built basically out of a 1917 car and parts.
Yeah, and to me, our patrons and guests that come here get to be transported back in time to see how really crazy these people were that were racing this style of vehicle back then.
They had to be, there wasn't anything to compare it to. I mean, they had to start from scratch on everything they did. And I mean, to have the first race in Alaska here in Fairbanks is fabulous.
It really is.
Yeah.
Here at the Fountainhead Antique Auto Museum, we have so much content we want to share with you. Please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe right now.